What's good? It's your boy B Neil. Welcome back to Bryce Reacts, man. We're here with another one. Today's more on a serious note, or this video is more on a serious note. Recent information has resurfaced with Charlamagne, some of his old clips kind of being loose with some, I guess you call it sexual etiquette or possibly sexual harassment or even more devious things have came out. And for me, I guess I've heard about like certain things that was like kind of on the surface level that he's admitted to. I think maybe possibly on a Breakfast Club. I don't know if I think it was like him cheating on his wife. I don't remember it being like this, but I remember him like talking about his past and stuff like that. But this stuff that's came out is way more scathing and weird behavior to me. And it was hard for me to kind of pass up this conversation without wanting to put some words behind it and some of my thoughts because yeah, for a guy to be the guy that does donkey of the day, to kind of be the social moral police of not necessarily most critical like things in society, but like if you do something dumb, he's out there to call you out for it. So when you got a history like or willing to admit certain stuff like this, I don't know if it was just done for entertainment or was it done because he really was a weird guy and it's like a guilty conscience got to speak his mind eventually and kind of tell some of the things he's done in the past. Like it's just a weird line that I don't know. Like I know he talks to Andrew Schultz. So I think he maybe think he's a comedian. I don't know if that like is that's the vibe. Like I don't want to jump to conclusions, but this is like some pretty nasty stuff that we're about to get into as far as the conversation. So be prepared before we get right into this, man.
Oh, so you raped her?
Shut up. Spanish fly.
They
sell it in the sex store.
dog?
I'm telling the truth. They sell it in the Spanish store. I had to fucking.
They sell knives at the store too. You could put that to a girl's throat and have sex with it. That doesn't mean it's illegal.
So I put the Spanish fly in the E&J. We drinking the E&J and shit. So in my mind, I don't know if this shit really worked, but I felt like I got horny as a motherfucker too.
So I looked up what Spanish fly was, and essentially it's like a fake aphrodisiac, essentially, and it's technically toxic, but it's only like the worst cases, like it causes vomiting, nausea, like stuff like that. It's not really like like something that's gonna knock anyone out. So when I heard he put it in a drink, I'm like, so like did he intentionally use it to knock her out? But it was more to get her horny, which is still, a little weird, but it's what I guess follows this is which more is the conversation. Like so when I first initially heard Spanish fly, I'm like, oh, that's weird in itself. But I had to do research, and technically, maybe if he snuck it in there, that's wrong for sure. But it wasn't something that was going to change her mindset outside of the alcohol. Like, now I don't know if what happens if you mix it. That might be a different conversation. But as far as ChatGPT said, it wasn't anything that was going to like make her lose consciousness or anything like that. But with this next part, this is where I don't know. I don't know how we judge this. So I had to pause it there just because I ended up seeing some stuff that came out I think was regarding to the same information. So based on the story, he said at minimum it was something that was weird because she was I don't know how unconscious the girl was when he had sex with her. She don't remember. I mean, I guess stuff like that happens all the time when you're drinking, but I think it's more if she wasn't even like conscious in the moment, that'd be kind of crazy. Then it goes into the story where he's talking about his cousin lying about seeing her do stuff and stuff like that, which makes it even kind of weirder as well. It's like you kind of let people in the room. You kind of I don't know if you plotted that like or you were in because it's like if why would your friends know like she just fucked up? You know what I mean? It's like, was you going into it like with a plan of getting her fucked up and your friends already knew? Like once she got fucked up and you was having sex with her, like how did they come into the room and like see her naked? Because that's not like that, like it could happen, but I'm saying like there's usually some like kind of communication between you and your friends knowing like what you're planning on doing that night or something like that. And I'm just wondering, like, how did this all kind of orchestrate to where they even got in the room to see her naked? So that makes it weird as well. Obviously, he says she didn't do anything. I think she even says in this article right here that that they didn't do anything besides like sexual harass her in the what she said. Oh, so you were there. I was not raped by his friends. I was sexually assaulted by them in the bathroom and then raped by Charlamagne in the bedroom. So it's like based on Charlamagne's record, there was a lot of weird things that went on. But if he only slept with her, she said it was okay the next day, I guess, which we don't know how true that is based on this conversation here. Then I start from the beginning. This was approximately a year after I was raped. I was 16. We moved to Virginia from South Carolina to get a fresh start. Try to put the past behind us. Truth was, I was smiling on the outside, I was broken and hurt on the inside. No matter where I was, the pain was from that night stuck with me. So it's like, I don't know who's telling the truth about what. It happened so long ago. I think this is when they were 16. So obviously that might have happened over 20, 30 years ago at this point, based on their age. But even from Charlamagne's like story, some weird stuff did happen that night. And I don't know if it's, it behooves him definitely to change the story for sure. But I don't know if he's telling like half truths or was he telling the whole truth in that story. And based on what this lady's saying, he definitely was admitting to some weird shit. And even like Andrew Schultz kind of was listening, like, I don't know, man, that kind of sounds a little weird. So it's like, it's definitely not me drawing conclusions, like crazy conclusions either.
He did not fuck her. Yeah. He looked at her naked, but he didn't fuck her, right? So I'm telling her, no, me and you just had sex. Nobody else did nothing. So it just was weird that she was like, well, I'm just glad it was you. You know what I'm saying? Because in my mind, I'm like, yo, you could have been in a real bad situation if it was another motherfucker. That's a huge compliment, man. A girl just said, yo, at least you raped me. I didn't rape her. I did not rape her. I did not rape her.
If it was any of your cousins or friends, it would have been rape. But
I didn't rape her because me and her had every intention of having sex with each other.
So then why would you put the Spanish fly?
I'm still a freaky motherfucker, but listen,
was she passed out while you fucked her?
Nah, she wasn't like, she was like one of those drunks where, no, she was one of those drunks.
Yeah, it's like, I don't know, like he's not being 100% clear. And I take shit like this serious because false allegations is definitely a crazy thing with this day and age or any day and age where it's just hard for a man to really prove himself to be, upright citizen or whatever you want to call it, or didn't do it. So I don't like to put this jacket on anybody, but for him, he's even kind of being loose where it's like, I get if y'all had intentions on having sex that night and it's pretty clear, like I've had nights like that with girls where it's like you already know before y'all go into it. Now, like them being so drunk, like I can't say that, I don't know, she's that type of drunk where she was kind of fucking out. I ain't never been on that type of shit before. I can be honest with you. Like every girl that I had sex with was very active when they was having sex with me and very much like conscious, like it's not even a conversation, like not even a conversation. So with that being said, like I don't want to put that jacket on them, but it's definitely a little weird. And there's even more that like you think that was bad. Wait till you hear this.
And trust me, I watch Charlamagne a lot. I listen to him. I've never heard the Charlamagne clip before. Not even gonna cap with y'all. Never heard it.
Yeah,
I play.
My friend said that this stuff has resurfaced before, but I haven't heard some of this stuff. And even Ak is saying the same thing. Like this is some new shit, and he don't even know where it's coming from. So I don't know, man. I don't know. Like it could be just the Drake fans is standing on game, and that's what Jay-Z was kind of alluding to. Is like, nah, shit get real when you start picking sides and the social media stuff. People try to share down your life, and I mean it's a possibility, but at the same time, that's also life, bro. Skeletons come out of the closet, and y'all ain't had no problem saying Not Like Us was amazing, trying to put skeletons in a nigga closet that he ain't even got. So when your real skeletons actually come out, why should we have so much like sympathy? And I said, I'm not trying to throw the jacket on them, but it definitely looked weird.
But thing and one thing only. Kelly props for one thing and one thing only. Well, two things. Number one, he taught me how to eat ass.
Shout out to Kelly.
I learned how to eat ass because of the R. Kelly tape.
That's true.
And the come pee come thing is still one of the most
legendary,
incredible things I've ever seen in my life.
Like what, nigga? I never watched the Diddy, like I mean not Diddy, the R. Kelly tape of him pissing on the girl. The most I ever like really interacted with was like the Chappelle show, like reenacting it. And like that was the most visualization of what happened that night was for me. Like the the Dave Chappelle clip. Like that put into perspective like what everything happened and how it played along. Like obviously it was a parody of the situation, but that was my visual like reenaction of what happened. That was the closest I ever got to it. For him to actually see it and was in awe of a 14-year-old getting pissed on. Come on, then pissed on again. Like,
just because I still don't understand how a man could come and then pee right after coming and then come again. That happened.
Wait,
Mark.
that happened?
And I didn't know. I thought the girl just got peed on. I had no idea it was coming mixed in between it. So, like, brother, brother, like, I get it. Charlamagne's an edgy person. He's a guy that was, especially early in his career, unfiltered. But it's nasty, bro. It's nasty. And these are the guys that have these super ultra critical takes about niggas growing up and niggas supposed to be a certain type of way and acting a certain type of way. When these niggas have the weirdest history and backstories as well. Or even worse than the niggas they criticizing. It's like at a certain point, bro, like I get it, you get paid to do this shit, but like, brother, when the table's turned back on you, it looks sick. It looks weird. Like you look crazy for real.
He busted a nut on this little 14-year-old girl. Then he peed on me like it was like the sperm came out, pee came out, sperm came out again. And he's told her, let it drip.
Liquid sandwich, bro.
I never seen no shit like that in my life, man.
Jesus.
I keep telling y'all, I've told y'all this over and over. It's a lot of things that guys did, especially when we were young, that were rape, that we just didn't consider rape. And
Okay, I'm gonna.
Like I said, it's weird, bro. It's weird. Like, I know there's predatory things, bro. And if he was being loose with his words, there are predatory things that you do on a day-to-day with girls. Like if you really not conscious as like a young kid or even an adult, you're doing predatory things in a sense to like get to sex and get to like the shit a lot quicker. Whether it's like offering to smoke with girls. Now, if y'all both smoking, it's whatever. Offering to drink with girls, if y'all both drink, it's whatever. But trying to get girls to over drink so you make it feel like it's easier. Like whether she's choosing just to keep drinking, it's not like you're forcing shit down her throat. But at the same time, it is predatory. Like I will be honest with that. And that is a tactic that a lot of young dudes use. I won't call that rape though. So it's like, I get what, like if he was being lenient with his wording, there are a lot of young predatory. A lot of young dudes do that's predatory in the sense of that type of behavior. Like even when it comes to pills, like, hey, let's pop these pills, or hey, you want to like that. Like I said, if y'all both popping them, it's different, and if y'all both agreeing to it, it's different. But at the same time, when your objective is to only get sex behind it, it could be considered predatory. Like, let's be real. Now, if she already was going, and y'all already was gonna have sex and stuff like that, it's like that's where like the lines start to be more blurred to me. But it's like a lot of times you go into a relationship, or not even a relationship, a situation, you bring in drugs to the room, you bring in drugs to the party because you want the girls to be a lot looser and shit like that. And I mean, I said that's also a social, like when you go out drinking and you're around dudes and girls, that's almost like a social norm that's like both sides' intentions. That's why I say it's a blurry line, but at the same time, there are dudes that go to the extreme with that. Like I say, trying to get the girl super drunk, constantly trying to pour shots down her mouth, and you know girls can't handle their drinks or they tolerance like that. Then they trying to take a girl to a back room. That's when that shit becomes predatory and rape. Now, just drinking with a girl, having a good time, y'all both take 3 shots, she's still chilling, she's still cool, and obviously she lit. You lit too, though. Like it's a thin line. But that's what I say. I can understand to a degree that point, but I don't even think he's trying to even like justify that when he makes that conversation where he was like, we all have done things when we were younger that could be considered that. I don't think in that situation he's glorifying doing it. I think he's kind of admitting the weird behavior things that as a young kid you might not even knew was wrong or right until you grow up and kind of look back at shit. So I'm not even trying to crucify him on that shit, but it also speaks to like, no, not everybody was doing shit like that, brother. I don't have that on my jacket, bro. I wasn't taking or trying to give girls bars so they could pass out and shit like that. I never was on no timing like that. Like I could smoke, and if a girl don't smoke, I'm not trying to be like, hey, hit the blunt, hit the blunt, hit the blunt. I'm trying to like, I'm not that type of nigga. Now, if you want to smoke with me, you're gonna smoke your ass off. We're gonna smoke all day. And then if you tell me you don't want to smoke no more, you can stop smoking. But I smoke a lot. And I don't force that on anybody. If I'm drinking and the girl don't want to drink, I'm not about to be like, take a shot, take a shot, take a shot. Because I'm already assuming that I'm like, she going for me anyways. I'm not even trying to get her that lit. If she don't need to get lit or drink to get lit, good for her. I'm chilling. And vice versa. Like sometimes a girl might be lit, I'm like, and it's like, I'm not about to like, so it's like, that happens all the time where it's annoying. Girls will try to get you lit, girls try to get you too drunk and try to get you going. Like that happens. That happens. But like I said, with Charlamagne, he's always been loose. He's always been no filter. So I don't want to kill him, but I do think we got to examine some of the conversations that he'd have had in the past. And especially when you want to be able to call out, you know, people like Drake and talk shit about Drake with the not like us and shit like that. Like that shit was weird when, you know, you got your own skeletons in your closet. But with that being said, man, I'm out. It's been good. It's been good, man. Y'all make sure y'all like and subscribe. Trying to get to 1,000, man. We out this thing. Peace.